Hi guys, welcome back to my XVS guide. Now I'm gonna review Lasswell and Raegen, so let's start from their stats. I must say their stats are pretty amazing, okay? Because like you can see that they can reach 300% attack boost on their attack stats on Brave Shift form, okay? On normal form it is lower but not much, only 20% less. This is really good because yes, 300%. You only need 100% more to max it. And if you remember his own Trust Mastery word, if you fulfill all the conditions, you get 110% attack boost. And that's insane because that means you already reached maximum attack boost, okay? And remember, with reserve ability slot, you can simply equip him with killers. And talking about killer, he already has amazing killers, dragon and human killer. Maybe for human only 50%, but that's still pretty decent. For dragon it's awesome, okay? Simply equip Odin and you already reach 275% if I'm not mistaken for dragon killer. Yes, I'm not sure whether Odin give you 125 or 75, okay? I can't remember that, but the point here is it is awesome. And they also get 100% limit burst damage boost, which is always nice on today's standard. And basically all their passives are about the same. The difference is only on normal form they get fire and ice resist plus 50%, but on Brave Shift form they have 3 elemental resist, fire, ice, dark, but it is slower, only 40%, okay? Still pretty decent stats, not complain. And the biggest difference is the true double hand and true dual wield. On the normal form he is more leaning to true double hand because he gets 250% true double hand and only 50% true dual wield. But on Brave Shift form, 150% true dual wield and 50% true double hand. Okay, so yes, I think if you want to make him into true dual wield attackers, it's better to stay on Brave Shift form because yes, he has infinite duration on Brave Shift mode. Okay, so that's all for the stats. Now let's talk about normal form abilities. So on normal form, his normal abilities chain with Mirror of Equity. Of course, okay, they are master of Mirror of Equity. They able to imperil 2 elements, fire and ice, by 120%. It is also non-elemental attack, which is good because that means they are flexible if you want to use them as Mirror of Equity chainer. But if you use Ice Element, then do not to worry because they have fixed Ice Elemental damage, 82 times damage. It is better than non-elemental damage. It also feel 5 limit burst gauge per cast. So in one turn they can feel 15 limit burst gauge to themselves, which is nice because unlike Fina and Rain, they don't have abilities that will instantly fill their limit burst gauge. Okay, so that's one of their weakness. And for support, they able to give 150% dragon killer for both magic and physical. So yes, even if on Dark Vision, let's say, you need to use magic attack, they can still be useful because they can give 150% dragon killer, okay? Really awesome. And for self buff, they have 300% attack buff and 200% limit burst damage for 4 turns. This is really nice because the limit burst damage lasts for 4 turns. And then this is from 4 turns cooldown ability. So yes, you can maintain your limit burst damage buff easily, unlike the old generation Neo Vision. Okay, really nice. And for Grandis ability, it is ice physical damage, it grant ice element. But again, I don't think this is that important because he is true dual wield. But if you make him into true double hand, then it might be useful. Why do you want to make him into true double hand? Let's talk about his limit burst. His limit burst is self tag team attack, okay? The new meta of chaining. And it is awesome. It is non-elemental damage. It is the most thing that I like about this limit burst because for Fina and Rain, they are kinda useless if the enemy resists or absorb fire element. But for Lassgen, you can switch their weapon, imbue them with other things, and this limit burst gonna work. But the problem is, if you make them into true dual wield characters, remember that yes, they have 200% chain damage modifier, but remember on true dual wield, you reach the 200% chain damage modifier when you reach like 20 elemental chain. So this is 24 hits attack. That means if you use them as true dual wield, there are only 3 hits left that gets major boost from your chain damage modifier. But again, based on what I take a look, the last hit deal the highest damage, so it is back a lot. Okay, so maybe it's not that big deal if you want to make him into true dual wield, but remember that you need to have more true dual wield boost on normal form. Okay, and yes, it used 46 Element Burst crystals. So yes, I must say this one pretty good for damage. Maybe it is lower than Fina and Rain, but again, remember this is non-elemental attack. You can easily manipulate its element. Okay, so amazing for normal form, but I think the Brave Shift form is the main strength. Okay, so let's take a look on Brave Shift. So on Brave Shift form, I can say they are about the same, but this time they can become really great finisher. And for chaining, you don't need to worry about absolute mirror of equity because they have tech chain on Brave Shift form. Too bad it is locked to fire element. Okay, but if you don't mind about that, it's okay because they also able to imperil fire element, right? So not a big deal, I guess. But the biggest strength of this Brave Shift is, like I said, his limit burst. It deals 145 times damage. Yes, maybe it sounds maybe not that amazing because Tifa can deal Tifa base damage 160 times. But remember, this Lassgen have better attack stats, and then he also has 200% limit burst damage buff which lasts for 4 turns. So if you're able to fill his limit burst gauge to the max every turn, wow, he can deal really insane damage. Okay, because yes, it deals 145 times with 300% limit burst damage, 200% from buff, 100% from your passive. It already deals 580 times damage, which is pretty good. Okay, so really guys, another thing I like about this limit burst is it is instant. Not that instant, but it has really fast animation. So let's use Terra Neo Vision as example. Maybe you don't have this problem. Actually, I don't have this kind of problem that much too, but on short chain, let's say when you pair Fina and Rain with Terra, their chain only like 29 hits, right? And to max Terra damage, you need to land the attack above 20 hits elemental chain. But that may be a little bit hard in my opinion because Terra limit burst animation is kind of long. But for this one, wow, when you see the hit counts, tap it, damage instant. This is the thing that I like. Of course, it is not a big problem because you simply need to train to look the right time to unleash the attack if you use long animation like Terra. But yes, I think I prefer this instant attack like this one. Okay, not a big deal, but the point here is yes, it is awesome. Okay, so that's about Brave Shift form. Now let's talk about equipment. So both form need limit burst damage to shine, because yes, they rely on limit burst. So let's give them with limit burst damage equipment. And if you are veteran players, you have Cloud Advent Children STMR, then wow, it is pretty good, 50% limit burst damage. And you can also give them with Ultima Blade from Crown Prince Noctis. So Crown Prince Noctis is really good, okay? Because he will get upgrade in the future if the game follows Japan FFBE. Yeah, the point here is, yes, search for limit burst damage. If you have those two weapons, then wow, you only need 100% limit burst damage on abilities or accessories, then you can equip Shining Art Fundamental. I think this is one of the best Thrustmaster for them, because it gives you 50% limit burst damage and 50% true dual wield. On Brave Shift form, that means with this you already max your true dual wield. And if you equip his Acknowledge by Purple Lightning, and you equip Katana and Sword, okay, I know, okay, the weapons I mentioned before are not Katana or a Great Sword, okay, because Fusion Sword is Great Sword, but I think it's okay to lose like 40%, because remember that his stats is pretty great, and I believe on your weapon you already have attack enhancement. Okay, so with those kind of amazing stats, you don't need to worry about attack boost. Okay, you probably max it, and that leave you with killers to use. And talking about attack stats, because you already maxed it, I believe, then I think for vision cards you should equip defensive cards. Okay, their vision cards, in my opinion, not that great, because yes, it gives you true dual wield 25%. Yeah, the total is 50% true dual wield. But if you have Shining Art Fundamental, that means their vision cards are useless. I suggest you to equip a defensive vision card like Rain Neo Vision, which is gonna increase your health and defense, or Eldrin, which is gonna give you Beast Killer. Yeah, the point here is they are really great. Okay, put them what you need without worrying about their attack boost. Amazing. So that's for equipment. My conclusion for Lasswell and Raegen. So yes, like I say, the best part is the stats. The stats are simply awesome. 300% attack boost allow you to equip lots of killers or defensive abilities. Okay, amazing. One of the best characters in terms of stats. That's my opinion. And he is also flexible. He can become true dual wield or true double hand. Pick your poison. And his Thrustmaster reward, it is awesome. Okay, it is the best Thrustmaster reward level attack boost, if you fulfill the condition, of course. But 110%, it's even better than STMR. Wow, amazing. Too bad that his STMR, I don't like it that much. Sorry. It doesn't mean it is bad, okay? It is amazing sword. It has really high attack boost. But the dragon killers are kinda niche. Okay? If you need it, nice, but maybe you don't, unless you fight dragon, right? And if you don't fight dragon, that means you only get 25% limit burst damage, which is low compared to, let's say, Fusion Sword, Ultima Blade from Crown Prince Noctis. Not a bad STMR, but sorry for the wording here. Not bad, but niche. Okay? And for vision cards, I must say their vision cards are also meh in my opinion. Sure, it has nice attack and health boost, but like I said, true dual wield, usually true dual wield characters already have like 150% true dual wield, so they can easily fulfilled by accessory or abilities. Actually, I prefer to get attack percent boost, because if you remember the old vision cards, let's use Mad Dash for example. Mad Dash give you 100% attack boost when you equip Great Sword. That's equal to like 2 ability slot because 100%. But this one, 50% through dual wield. Like you know that most accessory, most abilities also increase you 50% through dual wield. So yes, Math does give you like 2 ability slot, can save you 2 ability slot, but this one save you only 1 ability slot. So I think it's better to use other fusion cards for other characters. So I think this card is not that good. Okay, so I think that's all you need to know about Lasswell and Raegen. Maybe their name. So many of you name these two are Lassgen. Yes, their initial name may be Lassgen, but their usefulness, their tankiness, their whateverness lah are NextGen. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Prophex Fuse Guide. Bye bye guys.